What's up? Um, so this is the fourth blog that's like an actual like about something. Um, and this is pretty much just gonna be about how I don't really appreciate the the grading system in schools. And I mean, any like uh kid going through school, doesn't like school and like grades and stuff. But I mean, I have like a legit reasons why I don't like them. I mean, I used to get like good grades in like middle school. Like I'd get like A's and B's. And I mean I tried. I would always do the homework, and I would study for tests. I mean that's the definition of trying in school. But I didn't really go above and beyond, like, oh, here's this worksheet for extra credit, meh, don't really need to. Oh, if you do, these extra 10 problems on the test, extra 2 points on all the things, if you get anything wrong. That's a lot of work. And now in high school, it's like it's a lot more work, which is, obvious, but um so I'm like it's like the same habits from middle school and harder work, and it doesn't like go over. Now I'm getting like B's and C's, and in like math, like I've had like a D in math for the longest time, and like I feel like when I failed like a test, like a few days ago, and it's like that C in math is now an E, and it's like well, what am I supposed to do with that? It's like even though you turn in every assignment, this is the problem I have with it. You can turn in every single assignment in a class, take the test, and fail, and like if you fail the test, you fail the class. You know what I mean? Which makes me wonder, like, do you just not have to turn in any of the assignments, pass the test 100%, and then pass the class? Like, would it work on the other end of the spectrum if and so it just doesn't really make sense. Because in the other classes, it doesn't work that way. Like my economics class, mostly you just get like book assignments, and it's like 5 points. Oh, it's not even 5 points; it's like 11 points. Which is a weird thing in math. Like my teacher will like correct it for completion. She doesn't like you can write like porn for every answer and make it and like a bunch of numbers make it look like you did the work. And oh, it looks like you did it. Here's 5 points. In like my economics class, you can do the same thing and get a lot more points. And then when it comes to the test time, if you fail the test, if you do all the assignments, the test like doesn't even make a dent in your grade because you have all these high point assignments that you do. But with math, it's like you need to do good on everything. You know what I mean? Even if you know what you're doing, you have to do good on everything, which doesn't really make any sense because it's like I know geometry and I know how to add and multiply, but it's like when it gets to like taking milliliters and turning it into like kilometers or like stuff, I don't know that. When it comes to like I don't even know, like just it's very confusing. And also the like sometimes it's partially your fault and it's partially the teacher's fault, and parents have a have a hard time, a very challenging time understanding that, and they always use a reference that I don't like. School wasn't like this when I went to school, and it's like, no, really, of course it wasn't. School has definitely changed a lot since when our parents went to school from like the 1970s and like the 80s till 2012 and like 2010, now that's like 30 40 years difference. We have like Apple computers and whiteboards and phones. Back then they had dirt and World War II. Not World War II, of course. I mean that's a couple more years back, but you know what I mean. And so I'm trying to explain to them, it's like I have teachers that are cool, that oh, you missed an assignment, turn it in to me next week and everything will be fine. And I have teachers that are like, oh, you missed an assignment, that's too bad, you know, I'll take points off your next assignment because you suck. And they don't understand the fact that all teachers aren't the same. Some teachers have different teaching styles, and that it, you know they don't let me switch my math teacher either because she's a bitch. um it's seriously, like, she doesn't even teach you. Like, she'll teach you, of course, I mean, she's a teacher. um but it's very difficult to get her to actually teach you. Like, right now we're learning like area, perimeter, and like circumference, and measure this, and like the polygram theory, whatever it is, some kind of theorem, polygram, I don't know. It's like A2 plus B2 equals C2. um and I mean, that's easy, but like, she teaches you it once, and then if you have another question, she's like, didn't I already go over this, ask someone else. Like, she doesn't want to be bothered with her job. And it's like, that's like if a cook makes you your food and it's undercooked and you send it back, and the cook won't recook it for you because it's like, oh, I already made that once, why should I have to do it again? It's like, you obviously didn't do it right the first time, so you have to do it again. She obviously didn't teach it to us correctly the first time, so she has to reteach it to us again, like, more clearly and more sufficiently. And she doesn't do that. She does it once, and she always makes a reference, oh, in college, the professors are just going to be writing on chalkboard. And it's like, hold on. We're freshmen. We have 3 more years of high school and the end of this year, so that's like 3 and a third year before we're even close to college. I don't really give a shit what you have to say about what a college teacher does or doesn't do. Your job is to teach us about basic geometry. Not even that. That's a little much for a freshman beginner math class. And it's like, you can't say that to her because then you'll just get sent out. And it's like, she doesn't realize this. And I may be wrong. It may not be my place to but that is just my view of it. I mean, I would much rather. I mean, I try. It's not like I sit there and not do the assignments and then complain about it. I mean, I sit there, I turn in like the assignments, 100%, 100%, 100%, and it gets to time to take the test, and I sit there and it's like, I can't. I just like I complete the entire test, but I just it's difficult. Like, I'll get like half the test wrong. It's just like, oh, what I do? Oh, I messed up like I one part of that problem. I don't like that you can't take test home, which is a stupid thing. If you could take a test home, I would be actually against that. But I'm better at worksheets because you get to take it home and use all your notes and your resources than test, where it's like your memory. You know what I mean? Like, if I could use my notes on a test, I'd get it 100% because I take awesome notes. If I could use like a worksheet on my test, that would be awesome because it would like help, get my memory going of like everything. But when it's just what I have remembered, it's hard to bring all that memory back and apply it on the spot, especially when I have it fifth hour and it's like that's like in the middle of the day. I mean, lunch is in the middle of the day, but that's fun. And then I have science, so I like my science class. And so technically, my math class is my middle of the day, which is a terrible class to have in the middle of the day because you want to pay attention, but also you want to sleep. And so it's blah. And so I think that's pretty much all I can complain about for right now about school. Um, my screen just went dark. I don't know if it registered on the camera too. Um, so I think that's all. I don't want to make a 10-minute video and no one's probably gonna watch this. I have no subscribers except for like one person. So yeah, that's it.